Are y'all doing tonight? Y'all hit that like button, ring that doorbell, and come on in the building. Let's talk about it. I was given this topic again by another subscriber who wanted to talk about the different ethnic background standards of living tonight. But the first thing I gotta do while y'all coming in is take these shoes off. I've been had them on since about 4:30 this morning. I'm about sick of them. I am. I'm tired, sick and tired of being tired of them. I am. Yes. Ooh, what a relief it is. They weren't hurting. I'm just sick of the shoes being on my feet. Hey, Deborah Silver. Hey, Sting. How y'all doing tonight? So I thought, here we go again. I got the message from her about we had already left the bus barn and were on our way to the high school to pick up the children. So I'm going to say it was around 2 o'clock when I was sitting there waiting on the kids to come to the bus that I got this message. So on the bus, I'm pleading with the children. Okay, I'm going on live tonight to talk about a kind of deep subject matter here. So I need y'all to be good today. And what can I buy y'all to make y'all be good today? Do you know what the children told me? Kentucky Fried Chicken. Every one of them agreed. They never agree on nothing, but they agreed on that chicken. So guess what they're gonna get tomorrow? Kentucky Fried Chicken. When I come back off of my break, I'm gonna leave home a little bit early so I can go by the Kentucky Fried, and that would be my middle school. And I think I have, as of today, we got 2 more new students. So I think I have 16 on the bus. I got to go back to my list and count them in the morning, but I think I'm buying chicken for 16 of them tomorrow. But you ain't eat no chicken on my bus because I'm not cleaning up all that grease if y'all start eating on the bus. I'm not doing it, okay? So we got that stuff straight. So what I'm going to do is take it back to the school, put me some gloves on, give me some baggies or some foil paper. I'm gonna take one of them tomorrow and I'm gonna put 2 pieces of chicken in there and get some rolls or some biscuits. That's it. That's all. I ain't finna buy all them French fries and all that other stuff. Y'all getting ready to go home and eat anyway. Yeah, that's what they did. Y'all laughing. Don't laugh at my cheering something else, baby. Kentucky Fried Chicken. I forgot to ask. I gotta ask them in the morning. Do y'all want original or crispy? Because I don't want to get the wrong thing and have them turning up their noses, and they will like a fool with me. They will. Hey. To Candy is in the building. Myra's in here. All y'all laughing. Now, don't laugh at the children. Children real. They more realer than y'all will ever be. Hey, Kimberly McNeil. Iona is here tonight. Hey, Iona. Okay, so I ain't gonna tarry. The first thing I want y'all to see before we get into the commentary, I'm trying to take that in order here and then get into my commentary. I want y'all to see the table. I stayed up last night until 12 o'clock working on this table because I wanted this table to be done. It's not finished because I still have to put the polyurethane on it so the pennies won't turn if they get any dampness or water content on them. So here it is, y'all. It's finished. I'm done. Can you see it? Do I need to move up close? Do I need to put the light, shine more light on it? Now my table is done. Now all it's missing is a rug underneath. After I'm looking at that red underneath that Christmas tree, that table needs a red rug up underneath there because this is how it's looking up in here, y'all. Let me back up off it. Because I think that black, I have a black one in there. I put it up under there. It's not going to do the table justice because of the legs on the table. Okay? So I need to take that pillow with me, one of them pillows, and find that color red. Okay? Because this is how it's moving around the room. Okay, I'm going in slow motion. I got my living room cleaned back up tonight. I came in, I said, I cannot show nothing with all these boxes and all this stuff in this living room. So that's how we moving over here, okay? Still a few odds and ends to get. Candle needs to go down there, but that's minor stuff. I'll find it later, okay? But that's the table and it's done. So hopefully the next time you see the table, it will have a rug underneath it. I don't know if that's going to be easy to find, but if I'm finding it, this is the time of the year I should find it, a red rug. And if I don't, I'm going with white, because look at that. I'm going to bring that white down from up there to down here. All right, let's move around. Let's move on around. Come on back in the building, up in the kitchen. I got my little light to work. I think it's working. I knocked it off the counter and it fell on the floor. Well, it's just working on one side. Hold on, we need to turn some of these lights out in here so I can see if it's really working. Oh, but that's all the lights it's gonna produce. Hold on. It's got a little thing here. Ain't much shaking. It's just, that's it. Okay. It is what it is. And we're moving on around the room. Oh, let me turn the light back on. So I'm about there. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Moving right on around. Am I pretty good, y'all? If I have to say so myself. Okay, so let's get back around here. You say hi to Baby Gator. He holding the keys. We got to make a little run after I get off the live. Tell him hi, Baby Gator. Tell him I'm just sitting here being patient, looking at the tree. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Baby Gator kind of had a rough day at school today because he came home a little dirty today. I had to wash him up, spray him down. I said, what happened with you at school? Did you have a fight or what? Oh my goodness. Hey, Knob Tiger. Hi, all. Sting says, very nice. Oh, the tree. Did y'all see the tree? I went on back and I got one more thing. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I did it. Okay, you see how the bottom came together? I had to get one more row of garland, okay? Yeah, that's it. That's all. Okay, back to me. Unless y'all want to look at the tree. I don't care. We can look at the tree. But anyway, so like I said, one of my subscribers wanted to talk about another deep subject matter, which is different ethnic background standard of living. So I think the first thing I need to do, and hello to everyone coming into the chat. I don't know, I stopped at Knob Tiger, so I'll pick up there. So let's get into it and then we'll get back into what y'all are talking about. So the first way I want to address this subject is I think you need to know that there is a difference between race and ethnicity. So the definition of race is the concept of dividing people into groups on the basis of various sets of physical characteristics and the process of ascribing social meaning to those groups. So check out what ethnicity means, because some people think they're one and the same and they're not. Ethnicity describes the culture of people in a given geographic region, including their language, heritage, religion, and customs. So always remember that basically the big difference is it's a description of their culture, language, heritage, religion, and customs. That's what makes it different from the race. And the race is just a group of people from various sets of physical identities or characteristics that are different. I'm going to take it one step further and define culture for you. It's the manifestations of human intellectual achievement regarded collectively. So now that you know what the difference is between race, ethnicity, and what the definition of culture is, let me give you 5 examples of ethnicity. These are federal statistics. I always have a hard time with that word. And civil rights compliances. So we have the American Indians, or Alaskan Native. Now, why they put are there as if they are interchangeable, I don't know. But that was the research. So you might have to do a call to the federal government to ask them that question, because that was the first question that popped in my mind. Why did you say one Indian and an Alaskan Native are one and the same? If you saying are, that means it could be either one. Asian, Black, or African American, that's number 3. Number 4, Hispanic or Latino. I see those two together. 5 is Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander. I see those two being together. And the last one would be white / Caucasian. So let me get back into the chat because I want to keep up with my chat because we've covered a lot of territory in just a few minutes. Okay, Miss Sandra McHenry, hello, beautiful people. Been sleeping all day, just passing by, showing love, feeling a little better this evening. That's wonderful, Sandra, but you know it's going to take a little while for your body to heal. If you have the flu, your lungs are pretty messed up. So don't rush out and try to do anything. I mean, let your body heal. Do exactly what you did today. Sleep. When you sleep, your body heals. Okay. Iona is back to the chicken with the children. She says dark and spicy chicken, laughing. Hey, they didn't say what kind. They just said Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I was like, oh, y'all want chicken? Every hand went up on the bus. I'm going to get my babies that chicken tomorrow. Deborah Silver, you did a good job. I appreciate that, Deborah. I did work about 3 days, 3.5 days, because I got to use about an hour tonight on the tree. Okay, because I had to move some stuff around. I had to move it over by the door because it was over by the window, and I had to move everything down to do that. And I was like, that's too much trouble. I'm not doing it. And then I wanted to finish up the table last night because I wanted to see my way out for that project to the next project. Okay. Tonight I'm gonna do a simple project. The plant up there that's gold, I need to put some rocks in there, put some more paper or plastic bags in there and make it set up and be a little bit more uniform than what it is, and put some white rocks on top of it. So that's the only thing I'm gonna do tonight before I take my shower and go to bed. I leave y'all. Okay, so let's see, where am I in the chat? Very nice. Thank you. Candace says it's nice also. Everything looks amazing. Thank you. It's been, I don't want to say it's been a struggle, but it's been difficult working and trying to get out and pull it all together in about maybe an hour and a half. Run over here and see if they got this, and then something else hit my mind. When I get off of work, let me run by here and see if I can find this. And that's basically the way I've been pulling it together, because I had no red in this house until I brought that piece in here. And then it changed, like I said, the whole atmosphere of the place. So it is what it is now. And I'm still looking for something, a red rug, if I can find it. If not, I'm going with the off-white color here. It'll look just fine. Because black, I had the black one in there and I just pulled it out to put it up under there and let it see what was going on. And I was like, no, you got to use a solid color, because probably when I get to the window treatment, it's going to have a lot of other stuff going on. I see black, I see white at that window with just a tiny bit of red. I don't want a whole lot of red at the window, but I do see the black and the white, maybe a little gold on the window treatment. I just got to look now. Okay, let's get back into the commentary. Can you guess which racial ethnic group has the highest average income? Let me see if y'all can guess what it is. Hey, Doki. Thank you, Sandra. Everything looks amazing. I appreciate that. Hey, Suke. And she's speaking to everyone. Miss Joy's in the building also. Sting is speaking to Baby Gator. Tell him hi, Baby Gator. Tell him I'm just chilling. Okay, I'm holding mom's keys. I'm chilling. Okay? Yeah, because if I pick him up, I will have the keys. So if he gets left behind, I'm locked out. Everyone hit that like button, Suitcase says. Okay, Miss Mary made it in. Hi, Miss Mary, how you doing? And Sydney D, welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Okay, straight out of Naptown is in the building. Where would Italian be placed? Okay, I'm gonna get there. Okay, so let's guess which race has the highest average household income. Let me get to the bottom, see if anybody guessed it. No, Sting, it's not Hispanic. Okay. So let me tell you what it is. As of 2022, it is Asian population, ethnicity, race. Yes. No, it's Asian. Doki got it right. Okay, so the Asian income as of 2022, I couldn't find any census on it for 2023, so I guess it's not going to be out until next year. But an average Asian household income is $109,400. That's average, medium income. Whites fell lower at $84,110. Hispanics were at $62,520, which was about $22,000 less than whites. And we fell $10,000 less than Hispanics, and we are on the bottom at $52,080 for a medium household income. Let me see. I don't know if it gave me the Italian. I wrote this really fast on the bus, so let me just keep on with it. And if it didn't, I'll look it up for you before I leave offline. So Blacks also have the highest poverty rate at 17.1% of non-Hispanic and Asians. That's not good, y'all. After over 200 years of being free, we've come a long ways. But I do feel and believe deep down in my heart, this is my opinion, that if we wouldn't be so cutthroat and so malice and envious and jealous and devious against each other, and if we pulled together like other races, we would come from the bottom to the top. There's a lot of wealth in the Black communities, but it's in little segments. You'll find it, okay? Just think of all the Black celebrities. Just think of all the Black sports players, football, basketball, baseball. There's a lot of wealth within itself right there. And imagine all of them, including all of us, would help each other live together like each other. Now, that is not going to ever happen because we can't stand that. We cannot stand to live each other because that's mine. And I don't want you to use it. And don't sleep on my this. And don't lay on my that. They're more accepting of friends and family. As long as the money come into the household. I watched a Chinese family come here right after the war, right down in Dickinson, Texas, and open up a Chinese restaurant. 20 years later, they are living out on the water in a $1.5 million home with Bentleys and Rolls Royces and everything you could imagine on a circular driveway. Living on the water alone could have been $500,000 just for the land and $1 million for the house. Because any water that's around, property around the water is going to cost you much, much more. And they got the boat slips. They got everything they need. It's amazing. But I think it was something that was taught to us through slavery. It's embedded in us. It's in our brain. If we get ahead, pull the other one down. I'm not going to let you crawl up, and I'm not going to let you crawl up with me, and I'm not going to let you crawl up. If I see you moving too fast, I'm going to do everything within my power to shut you down. And that's exactly what we do. Hey, truth is the truth, and you know it. You find it on jobs. If we get a little position, we don't try to help the other one get a position. You want to be superior. You want to be the goat instead of having baby goats following you. So every generation can get stronger and stronger and get a little bit more wealthier. And we don't do the things that they do to get wealthy. So if you're not going to help each other, you doggone sure ain't going to go get a big policy and leave a big policy behind for nobody. They do. They go and bury it one day and go collect the next day from insurances. Most of us wait until we're too old to even think about it, when you could have gotten it when you were young and be paying less of a premium for it now, and maybe upped it a little bit more by the time you hit 40. We don't think about stuff like that. Trying to get our houses paid for in our 40s and in our 50s, so by the time your children are gone, your house note is gone also. You can get everything you put in and then some, because property and houses are never going down. All right, so Native Americans are paid the least. That shocked me. I never thought about it. There is a debate as to whether it is discrimination over the wage gap. I always assumed, bad to assume, that we were paid the less. Because when I first started working out at Amoco, Black women were paid less than Black men, and that would have been 1978. I started there, July 16, 1978. And how it came about is one day, one of the Caucasian guys was sitting in the break room and he was talking. And he said what they started him out with, his starting pay. And I'm thinking, hell, that's $5,000 more than I'm getting. And your lazy butt don't do half the work I do. You sit in the break room 3 hours out of 12 every day. Then you take a lunch break and then you take your 2 breaks. So let's just say you in here at least 5 or 6 hours out of the 12 hours we were working. But it was real. He was right. We didn't get the same pay until the early 80s. Everybody came together with the same pay. Male, female, Black, white, Hispanic, everybody. But look how many years we had to go, at least 4 or 5 years before the salaries even met. But we doing the same work and we working the same hours. Yeah, that's things I've been through. That's why a lot of this craziness out here on YouTube, on social media, I can't get involved in because of what I've already gone through. These people have no clue. They out here, maybe this is the most money, like I've said before, they've ever made, and this little bit of chump change has gone to their head because they've never had a 401k where they're getting dollar for dollar matches. They've never had a stock to split, a 2-for-1. They don't have a clue what it's all about, and they're not investing the money they're making. It's from payday to payday. Well, anyway, keeping it moving. All right, so for the medium household income, I gave y'all that information. The average salary and medium household income for our race, the Black race, can range anywhere from $46,000 to $400,000. 46,400 on today's market. You are below poverty, and that might be you working 2 to 3 jobs just to get that 46,000 to, what was it? 52,000, I believe it was. Yeah, it was 52,860. What I'm seeing now, back out in the working world, I see people, because the cost of living has gone up so much since the pandemic. I see older people back into the job market because if you retired 10 to 15 years ago, you can't live on what you retired on because everything has almost doubled. Gasoline, housing, clothes, food, childcare, you name it. It is not the same if you retired in the 80s or 90s. Your retirement didn't go up to match the cost of living. So you're going to have to dig off into that 401k that you were planning on using for trips, maybe leaving it behind for your children and grandchildren. It's just the way it is. There are a lot of older people out there who are having to make choices of whether they're going to eat or buy their medication. That's sad. I have read stories where older people have been eating pet food. They have pets. They buy the food for the pets and they have to dine with the pets, with the food. How pitiful we are as an American people. We're sad. And to ever jump out here and try to boast and brag about what you have, when you must be living on a rock if you can't see that it's not going to be enough to sustain you if you live 10 to 15 more years. Can you imagine where the cost of living would be? And you're not going to be able to go back out there in the work palette. The competition is too great. You're old. It's going to cost too much money to insure you. Let me go get a 20-year-old, take a chance on them, a 30-year-old, a 40-year-old. After that, after 40, nah. You haven't been to school in a long time. The whole world has changed. So nah, I'm not taking that chance. Let me get back up because I see some more people have come in. Hold on. Suke, it says she's been a member for 6 months. I appreciate that. And I think I had, wait a minute. Let me get it because I didn't hold my finger on it when I was flipping the camera. Miss Mary. And then Sydney D came into the chat. Hello, hello. Straight out of Naptown is speaking. Okay, that's what I need to look for you, Iona, before I leave out of here. Where would Italian be placed? Because I'm not sure if they're going to classify the Italian with the European Caucasian Americans or not. I read a little something on it, but I had to get off the bus, and that's as far as I got. But I'm thinking they're lumping the Italian with the European American. You love KFC crispy when they do right and don't give me bad smelling chicken. That means it's old, Candy. If it's smelling, it's old. Don't eat it either, because that could be some bad salmonella there, baby. Hey, Lily, how you doing? Miss Mary, you have a beautiful home and you are very creative. Thank you, Miss Mary. I have a creative mind. A lot of this stuff just pop in my head, and then here I go. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, all different crafting stores, resale shops, and see if I can find what's in my head and try to come home and do it. Now, while we on that, if I had to do that table over again, I would have taken the new pennies and made a star in the middle of the table. I would have drawn out the star in the middle of the table and taken all new pennies and had a star in the middle of the table. But that didn't cross my mind. All black, and I'm going to cover it with pennies. And I'm going to try to keep those pennies straight. And I did the best I could do on that tabletop because it's not exactly square. Nothing is these days. Everything is a little bit off. With all of the computers and everything else we have to make stuff these days and give exact measurements, when man touches it, he kind of screws up. Okay, Candy, it was the Chinese. Okay, Suke, thanks for renewing your membership, says Myra. I appreciate that. Y'all were guessing there. You got that gold ribbon that can go on the window. Yes. Not Tiger. I did. Okay. Doki say single ladies go for the Asian men. They like us a little bit. Yeah. I think all races are now crossing over. They're not really looking at race as much as before, ethnicity, neither one. If they look at you and they like your personality, they'll take a chance now. We've come a long ways. Yeah. They open doors for us. I've been noticing that for probably about the last 10 years now. It's been like, no big deal. So what if she's black? No big deal. So what if he's white? It doesn't matter. And that's probably the way the intent was anyway when all of the different races and ethnicities came about in the Bible. You know, they were climbing up this tower when they got these different languages and stuff, so they couldn't communicate. And due to the different parts of the world they were living in, of course, if you're that close to the equator and it's that hot, you're going to be dark complected. But I think a lot of people are going to be surprised at the God they're even serving, what color he may be. It described him. Hair like lamb's wool. That's kind of nappy, isn't it? Whose hair is like that? I'm just saying. Okay. Feet were described a little burnished. Okay. Well, whichever one you want them to be. If you want them to be that picture on the wall that we've seen all of our lives with the straight hair, okay, that's fine with me. I ain't got no problem. Hey, Ms.V, I do agree with that 100%. And for two, the government don't want us to come together. Oh, no, we've been separated forever, and they play on that. They give us just enough to keep us down, just enough food stamps, and then now they done played with you for about 40 years with the food stamps, and now they're trying to take them away. They're going to make you get up and go find you something to do. They play with you with housing and giving you that low-income housing and government subsidized housing. But look at the prices of it, how the prices of it have gone out. I looked at a couple of houses we were passing by and took down the number just out of curiosity down in Dickinson, Texas, where I work. And a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, government subsidized, $1,590. You might as well say $1,600. 1 bathroom, I said. No fish yard, no carport garage, none of that. You drive up on a slab. That's what you get. It's not bricked. No, ma'am. And because the flood came through Dickinson, most of the houses there now, to even get them insured, have to be up on the stilts. And a lot of them were old and they were wiped out. So that's what the government did. They came in, they got them on every street, every corner, and they look nice. But the price they are charging you to live in there is outrageous for low-income people or medium-income people. Okay, let's see. Where am I? At Highly Favored. Hey, Highly Favored. Yep, 20 years later, I've seen it. Yes, ma'am. All you got to do is keep on living and you're going to see a whole lot of other stuff come to be. That's why I just don't see why people are not looking into their future and looking at everyday life and making adjustments now accordingly. I don't see it. Hey, Tajisti. My Asian mechanic of 20 years has shown me he doesn't need my money anymore. He's rude now. Oh, yeah. They'll get like that. But they pulled together in their younger years and they've taught each generation 2 things. One, Mama Song over in Vietnam is going to be taken care of. They're going to send their money back what they make in these nail shops and the fishing industry around here. I got the opportunity to really be inquisitive, going to the same place for a number of years and asking questions. Well, do y'all put your parents in convalescent homes? No. The family take care of them until they expire. And they take care of them with American money. They send it back there, and the dollar goes a long ways. Okay? Yeah. And they make as much as they can make here. And then when they start getting old, they go back home. Only those that were born over here, like from the 80s maybe back, they know this as home. But the ones who came before then, oh no, they taking their money and their wealth and going back to where they came from. Ms.V, did you move the tree? I did. It's in front of the door. See, it was over by the window, and I have it over by the door now, and I still have room to get out the door. I did. I did that tonight when I came home. Yep. Because I wanted to show y'all, and I couldn't show y'all with the way I had the living room all torn up. It was a mess. Hello, ma'am. I'm here. Thank you, Sherry. Hey, Linda P. How you doing? I am Michelle for Life. Good evening. Candace saying, oh my goodness, about something. Y'all are still speaking. Let me get down to, hey, Living Purpose. Getting on down here. This is a nice live. I'm at work, 2 hours remaining. Okay, Iona, have a good night. You're almost there. All right, let me flip over and see what else that I have to tell you about this subject, because I can't ever remember who sends me, and I don't really want to call their name out. I don't know if they want that or not, but I got it in a comment after the live. Ms.V, can we talk about this? I'm like, sure, I'll tackle the deep subjects. Don't have a lot of time to really get off into it like I would like to if I was still at home. Why y'all didn't do this when I was sitting up here doing nothing every day? But it's all good. So there are 6 race categories: Black, African American, American Indian, Alaskan Native, Asian and Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander. Note, some other race respondents may report more than one race. If they're of mixed race, they may say white/Hispanic. There's probably, like I've said before, no pure race out there now. Unless you live in some kind of compound or you live away from the world and you don't interact with anybody but the people who live within that community or that compound. Yep. Otherwise, if you are out here in the world, you're going to mix and you're going to mingle. I've seen more mixed race children, let's say since the 90s. My child went to the same school that I am now working at, graduated in 1999. There was basically a Black, white, Hispanic population there. Today, we have Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. Almost every race is there, including mixed race children. And it's a bunch of them, especially in those elementary and middle school and junior high level. A lot, and they are beautiful. It's like they took the best of both races. The hair is gorgeous. The skin color is gorgeous. And they're very smart, because I guess they're getting it from both. The DNA has mixed up there, and they're very smart children. One little guy I met back in August when I first started over there, he has a business set up. He's elementary. I think this kid was 5th grade. And he came on the bus every day with a little backpack full of candy and chips and everything. Do you know he is selling his parents take him to Sam's. And every week, I question him, how much money are you making? He asked me, a day or a week? He told me I normally make at least $20 to $30 a day. So the next thing was, how much are you selling that bag of potato chips? A regular bag of potato chips, $2. Ain't no cents. He ain't giving no change. It's either $1 or $2. Okay? How smart is that? You ain't got to pack around no change, and you dealing with dollars. They add up quicker than change. Hello. Average week, $50 to $60. A fifth grader. Already an entrepreneur. And it's not illegal for him to sell it at school. I applaud him. Let's get back into the chat. This is okay, I read that. Thank you, Iona. Hey, Carla. Linda P, love your holiday treat, Lady V. Thank you, Linda P. Glad to see you in the chat. Ms.V, I have 7 brothers and 3 sisters. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, right? I'm the only one in the family. My children have red hair. I have 3 boys and 1 daughter. Sometimes I think I'm not part of my family. Oh, no. It can go back, Sandra. It can reach back from the grandmother or the great-grandparents. That DNA can travel, baby. My father had green eyes. None of us, my siblings, have them. But they starting to show up in the grandchildren. Skipped a whole generation. My grandson is a ginger. He has red hair. His father has red hair. But my granddaughter has coal black hair. And she, ironically, looks identical to... We could have been twins had we been born at the same time. If I bring out my pictures at 12, her age now, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart. We look that much alike at that time, at that point in our lives. And the grandson looks identical to his father with the ginger hair. He keeps it cut low. I don't know what he's going to do as he ages, if he's going to let the curly hair come back out or what he's going to do. But right now, he cleans it. Okay, that's fine. But you probably are. I had one of my mother's sisters, there was 7 of them, 7 sisters. I got them out there on the community wall. The youngest one, Bessie, is a redhead. Yeah. And the rest of them have coal black hair. She's also the lightest. My mother was the darkest because she was about my skin color of the ladies. I'm good on down. Sandra, I believe you are unique. Exactly. And it's okay. It's okay to be different. I told y'all the first time I ever graced my chat that when I introduced myself, I said, if you go back and look at it, I'm different. I'm different from my siblings. I recognized that long time ago. That's how I deal with them because we don't think alike. We don't act alike. We don't really look alike. Some look like the father. We look like we from the same family, but you would have had to know my father and my mother to be able to tell. They're going to tell you, anybody who knew my mother, oh, that's little Creola over there. But anybody who knew my father, the oldest brother and his baby boy, oh, that's my daddy over there. And the rest of us came in between. Yeah. But like I said, none of us got the green eyes. We all got the curly hair from him. My mother's hair, as she aged, got curly. That's strange. But it was bone straight and thick, thick, thick. You could part it and the part would just kind of collapse on you and go back together. My dad's father was owner of a plantation in Monroe, Louisiana. And that's South Louisiana, right, Sandra? Because I'm from Monroe, and that's North Louisiana. Mine spells Monroe. over the years that I've never seen an Asian, Korean, or Chinese person in a nursing home. And you won't, Michelle. You will not. Because I'm telling you, they take care of Mama Song, Papa Song. They gonna do that. Ms.V, the tree looks nice. Your home looks so cozy. Thank you, Living Purpose. I appreciate that. Hey. To everyone I miss, says Sting. Michelle, maybe 1 in a billion. I am Michelle. There's more up here, upstate New York. Okay, I'm missing something there. I don't know what more of it is. Ms.V, where's the December birthday party? It will be December. I get out of school next Friday, so it'll be the Saturday night, which will be, I think, the 16th of December. I don't want to do nothing until I'm out of school, because when I leave school next Friday at 2 o'clock, they get out early. I am not going back until January the 8th, so we can party every night if we want to, all the way through December, and have the January birthdays before I go back to work too. Yep. So that's when it'll be. Okay. Living Purpose, my grandson's birthday is also Saturday. Okay. Sharing something in common. Hey, Marissa, how you doing? Welcome. Merry Christmas to whomever receives the membership gifts this month from me. From you? Okay, thank you, Living Purpose. I appreciate you gifting them over here. Thank you so much. I pray you never have to see that hospital again, Living Purpose. Me too. I don't want to see nobody in 2024. I want everybody to be just joyous and at peace and just happy. All your life you've been struggling with this and struggling with that, whatever it may have been for you. Now it's just time to let go and let God and just see what happens, okay? Don't stress about it, because you're going to make it through one way or the other. The only way you don't, you expire and you leave here. You just a different slice of the pie, but still good, says Knob Tiger. Okay. To just say thank you. I hope not to be either. Okay. We're going to get it together. Nothing lasts forever. Always remember that. My 2 boys have some beautiful eyes. My oldest son has green eyes. Okay, Sandra. That's pretty common. If they're from a mixed lineage, a mixed heritage. Yeah, to have different color eyes. School is out December the 22nd here. You're in Canada, okay? So let me get back into my commentary again and try to finish it up and see what y'all have to say. So we've already said that the poorest ethnic group, do you have a clue what that is? Yeah, it's us. While the poverty rate the population was 11.5%, the rate varies greatly by race. Blacks have the highest poverty rate at 17.1%, and non-Hispanic whites and Asians have the lowest at 8.6%. The poverty rate for Blacks and Hispanic is more than double that of non-Hispanic whites. So what race is the poorest in the United States? That changes when you start talking about the United States, because this census was taken around the world, the population I gave you. Now we're talking about in the United States. Non-Hispanic whites, there are 19.6 million. That's lots. Non-Hispanic white children comprised of 57% of all poor rural children. That surprised me. But if they are rural, they have classified them at 57%. 2% of all white families in the United States had a net worth of $1 million US dollars or more in comparison. 15.2%. So you know it's more than that now, because we're in 2023 going into 2024. And let me inform you something about $1 million. $1 million is not what it used to be. When you have homes that cost Anywhere, a low-end home these days is $300,000 to $400,000. A middle income is going to run you anywhere from $500,000 to $750,000. And a high end is $1 million. So if you only a millionaire and you only got 1 million, you just spend it if you dumb enough to go out there and buy $1 million home and forget to upkeep it and that it's got to be insured and it's not going to stay new forever. You got to think, people, if you're going to make your money last until you're gone. You have to have, once you get to be my age, you got to have some income coming in. You're too old to get out there and even want to go back into the job market where you got competition out there and you got to be in that rat race of thinking. I would never accept a job like that anymore. I'm over that. It's got to be something fun, something I like to do, or I got to become an entrepreneur and make me some extra money because I'm not getting back out there dressing no more to go sit behind a desk, having a boss or trying to be a boss. Neither one. You grow out of that. You grow past that. I'm not interested. I love each and every one. You sleep in heavenly peace. I have to get off time to get the breathing machine. Okay, Sandra, we wish you well and a great night's sleep. Okay, let me see what else I had. 40.1 million Blacks in America and 12.1% at poverty level. Here's the Italian. The Italians fell at 16.8. So they're at the top of the game. Polish was 8.6. Scottish was 8.4. So there's your answer. I knew I had seen it somewhere. I did write it down. So they're leading when it comes to the percentage rate of wealth and how they live and how they conserve their money against these other ones that I mentioned, the Scottish, the Polish, and the Blacks. The French came in at 8.0, and 2% of some have a BS or a BA college degree in the Black race. Only 2% of the world population. That's not good. And I do understand that colleges and college tuitions are so expensive now. They're way too expensive. Kids are coming out of college strapped with debt. And it is nothing for those companies to send you a major credit card, tell your kids cut them up. Don't do it. I had to get on mine about it. They sent her MasterCard and had $2,000 on there. And of course she ran it up and the bill came to me. I was like, I'll be damned. You're going to go get you a job. And that's exactly what she did. Her first job, she went and took these classes to be a pharmaceutical tech or something down at the Walgreens. You're going to pay this bill off, sister. I'm going to teach you not to do that no more. Because if I had paid it off and let you keep the card that I had given her from my bank had enough money on there. It was $1,000 on there in case you have a flat, in case you have car trouble and you're trying to get home. Okay, that is what that card is used for. Food on the road, gas on the road. But no, you want to go buy party stuff for the weekend. You whining and dining with your friends. I'm a teacher. I teach you now so you'll know better later and you'll be able to teach your children. Okay? My mom made me go to work to pay this off. I did. Wasn't I working? Didn't I have bills? House note, car note, insurance? Didn't I have to feed you, clothe you? I thought so. That's what I was saying. Okay. Now, Tiger, if the census are right. Exactly. Because these were supposed to be government census, and you know how the government is. We ain't going to say nothing negative about them, but we know. Okay? Yeah. Carla is telling you good night. I am pushing into my hour also. I want to open a thrift store. You'll make a lot of money now, Tiger. They popping up around here like you would not believe. I mean, almost every little city around here, People are not going into furniture stores. They're not going to make it. A lot of them are going to be sitting there on that furniture. And in 2024, they're going to have to do a massive reduction on sales because people are now doing what I'm doing. They're crafting. Why should I go and first of all, I've never seen a table with pennies on it. Okay. But why should I go out after buying furniture all my life and I got the time to do the crafting I want to do and put my taste to it and my skills to work? Yep. And doing it. Yep. I got another table. One of my students' mother is getting ready to move. And she was bringing the table out this morning to sit it at the trash. I'm going to show it to y'all. I got to clean it up because she had it sitting in the garage. But it's a beautiful wicker. And, you know, we haven't seen a lot of wicker since the 70s and 80s. It was kind of going out in the 80s with a heavy, heavy glass top. And the only thing I need to do is do what I do best, get my spray can and spray paint it. It's very pretty. Where I'm going to put it, I ain't figured that out yet, but it's going somewhere up in here. Or either I'm going to take it down to Natasha's and put it in her house. It was just too pretty to go in the trash. She lost her husband on December the 21st of last year, and we have her son on our bus because he and his father are very close. He's not artistic. He's one of the few that are not, but he has had memory problems since losing his father. So she told me she's taking him out of school as of next Friday. They're leaving for Disney World and they're going to spend Christmas at Disney World to not be around home because of what happened on the 21st of last year. And he has a little sister. She's 2. She was 1 year old when her father passed. She will never know him. So it was kind of sad. And they live in a big, beautiful home down in League City. So she told me I'm going to be cleaning out my house, my garage and everything and putting the house on the market because it's just too big for me and my 2 kids. So if you and Miss Diane want to come over and y'all want anything or y'all want to sell it, I don't care what you do with it. I'm going to try to get it out of here and stage the house to be sold. So she told me, she said, I want you to come over in January. So I told her I will do the first week in January and I will even help her clean it out and, you know, take things to Goodwill or wherever she wanted to take them. Very, very sweet woman. And her kid is, I just know he's one of those ones I told you he won't be riding with us long. He's getting it together. I see it since August. Okay. I think education for Americans should be free. I do too. There's no reason why it should cost that much. It's awful to be indebted when you're just starting out. And don't you go to be a lawyer or a doctor, okay, and have to spend that much time in school. You might come out these days with $200,000 worth of debt. You got to live somewhere. You got to drive something. You got to eat. You got to pay for all those books and stuff that you can only use one time. And then they're just something that you take and use as a reference from then on. I spent a lot of money on them $500 medical books that's in my closet, or was. I told her, you need to come take this to your house, okay? Yeah, it don't work up in here. I don't know nothing in them books, and I ain't trying to learn at this age. My late sister was very creative. I really miss her. She could go to Dollar Tree and set her table and it would be gorgeous. Exactly. You don't have to pay a lot for something. Most of the stuff on that tree came from Dollar Tree and Family Dollar and General Dollar. It's all in how you put it together. You don't have to pay a lot for it. Just make sure that it's quality stuff when you get it. Check out the material and where it was made and who made it. Okay? And you'll be fine. It's the artist in your head that's going to come out and make it something. That person who made it put a price on it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's worth it. Try to resell it and then you'll find out what it's really worth. It will go with your stool in the bedroom. It's wicker. Yes, ma'am. I was thinking about putting it over by the window because I'm not going to have anything over there other than the drapes coming down, and I could put it over there on that side. So we thinking down the same path, Knob Tiger. Well, y'all, it has been fun chatting with y'all. I hope y'all have enjoyed the live. Hit the like button on the way out. Oh, y'all did good. I ain't mad at you. Send me some more topics and we'll discuss them over here. That's right. Keep it clean and your peace is much better also. Yes, ma'am. Living purpose. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming into the chat tonight. Me and Baby Gator are going to make a little short run and we'll be back. We got to run down to my sister's house. She's getting herself ready to go to Cozumel, her and her family, for Christmas. So we need to run down there and pick up something from her, some paper she did for me for my insurance. Hey, Holistic. Stop by to say hello. Catch the replay, Holistic. It was a very good live. I think you would like it. Y'all take care until tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe, and become a member. Much love to you. Until tomorrow. Good night.